You know, there's this huge fundamental flaw in how we build most digital products. We get so obsessed with the launch, right? The big reveal. But what if I told you that exact focus is often what sets a project up for failure? Today, we're diving into what really determines success, and that's the quality of the decisions you make long, long before launch day ever arrives. I mean, has this ever happened to you? It's that nightmare scenario that keeps founders up at night. You pour all your time, your money, your heart into a new product. The launch goes great, everybody's celebrating, and then 6 months later, everything's on fire. Things are breaking, growth is totally stalled, and every tiny change is this slow, painful, expensive ordeal. So why is this story so incredibly common? Well, the core of the problem is something we can call the launch day fallacy. Our entire industry, if you think about it, is geared towards that one big moment, the launch party, hitting the deadline. But here's the thing. Success isn't a party. It's a long-term outcome. And by focusing so hard on that one day, we almost always end up sacrificing what the project needs for its long-term health. To really get to the bottom of this, we've got to look at the industry itself. A huge part of the problem lies in the traditional agency model, which is pretty much always built around one thing: a relentless and, frankly, misguided focus on speed. Just think about it for a second. How do most projects get measured? It's all about, did we deliver on time? How fast did we build it? How many features did we ship? It's like a factory assembly line, focused purely on output. But real success, that's driven by completely different things. The outcomes you generate, the quality of your judgment, the strength of your project's structure. And that's the fundamental disconnect you see. Agencies are paid to focus on the left side of this chart, but your actual success lives and dies entirely on the right. And this speed-first obsession, it leads to these super predictable ways that things fall apart. You see features just kind of bolted on, creating this fragile mess. SEO gets treated like a last-minute checklist to tick off, not a system that's baked in from the start. Marketing dollars get torched, driving traffic to a product that just isn't ready. In every single one of these cases, the quick, short-term win gets prioritized, and you're left holding this huge bag of debt for the future. And let's be crystal clear about something. This focus on speed, it is not free, not by a long shot. It comes with this massive, hidden price tag, a debt you're racking up with every single rushed decision. And trust me, eventually the bill always comes due. This really gets to the heart of it, right here. Rushing a decision feels cheap today. It gets you to launch faster, sure, but the invoice for that shortcut, it always shows up. And when it does, it's almost always way more expensive than just taking the time to do it right from the get-go. And that's exactly how the downward spiral starts. You build too fast, which leads to a weak architecture that can't possibly scale. Then, before you know it, you're not adding cool new features or growing the business. Nope, you're stuck spending all your resources on a total, painful rebuild. And the end result? You've burnt through precious time and a whole lot of money, all thanks to those cheap decisions you made way back at the start. These hidden costs, they pop up everywhere. You'll see them when the architecture just crumbles the second you get a little traffic. You'll feel them in the code base, where a simple change suddenly turns into a 2-week nightmare. But you know what the biggest, most painful cost is? It's the lost opportunity. It's all that time you waste putting out fires from the past instead of building an amazing future. Okay, so that's the problem. It's a big one. But what's the fix? What do we do about it? Well, it's not a simple patch. It requires a complete fundamental shift in how we think. A totally new blueprint where we prioritize good judgment over just, delivering stuff. You know that feeling when a project is going off the rails? The knee-jerk reaction is always, we need more features, or tell the team to code faster, right? Well, that is almost always the absolute worst thing you can do. It's literally like trying to put out a fire with gasoline. The real solution isn't about working harder. It's about thinking better. It's all about making better decisions, period. Think about any great app or website you love. It's not great because of the lines of code. It's great because it's the result of thousands of tiny, smart choices made all along the way. So what does this new philosophy look like? It's really all about having crystal clear priorities. It means you focus on the architecture before you even think about aesthetics. I mean, who cares how beautiful a house is if it's built on a crumbling foundation? It's about building real, solid systems instead of constantly looking for shortcuts. And it means going after sustainable, healthy growth, not just chasing a quick, meaningless spike in traffic. That right there is the core of thinking before you build. All right, so how do you actually use this? How do you put it into practice? Let's talk about what you, as a client, a founder, a project lead, should be demanding from any team you hire. First off, stop demanding more features. Start demanding better thinking. Demand to see the blueprint for a strong foundation before you even whisper the word growth. And you should absolutely expect, even demand, honest pushback. A partner who has the guts to tell you, no, that's a bad idea, is worth 10 times more than someone who just says yes to everything. And finally, hold them accountable for the long-term results, not just for checking a box on launch day. It's so important to remember this. A great partner isn't just a pair of hands you hire to build something. Their most valuable role, their most important job, is to be your shield. They are there to protect you and your investment from those really expensive mistakes that always look so cheap at the start. And so this all comes down to one final, powerful question you need to ask yourself on your next project. When you hire that team, what are you really buying? Are you just buying delivery, a checklist of features? Or are you investing in judgment? The kind of judgment that will ensure your project doesn't just launch, but that it actually thrives for years to come. Because how you answer that one question, well, that's going to define your success.